A new undercover mysterious model just came out, and right now it's completely free to use. On OpenRouter, you can go ahead and search for Horizon Alpha. This is a mysterious model, nobody knows who created it. It's a stealth provider that will use your prompts and completions to train and improve this model and their services. A lot of people say this is the OpenAI's new model. This model is supposed to become open source, and people say it's very good at creative writing. However, it's not very good for coding. So that's the leaks, that's the rumors. You can go ahead and create an account on OpenRouter, then you can copy this, open up Klein, settings, OpenRouter, put your API key here and select this model. And you can code with it completely for free. And that's what we are going to be testing out right now. I'm going to get started by creating an interactive Pokédex application. The first step is planning. We're going to create a plan using Klein inside VS Code. If you don't know what Klein is, it's essentially a chat agentic model that allows you to connect whatever API you want, and it's going to be working inside of VS Code. It's an alternative to GitHub Copilot, Cursor, and Windsurf. So right now we started with the plan, so it's going to create a high quality plan, and then we're going to go into act mode and implement this plan automatically. This is the beautiful power of Klein, as well as it shows you exactly how many tokens you used, how many were cached, and how the plan goes. So we're going to hit auto approve, and let's go ahead and see what the response from this model will be. Hit approve again to create the style CSS. And while we do all that, let me tell you that I have an AI course that will teach you all of the AI tools, how to code with AI, and a lot of other stuff. It's on the first link down below in the description. You only have to pay once to get access to all the current material, over 20 hours of tutorial, as well as all of the new updates that I will be posting this month. I'm going to be adding over 10 hours of content this month, so this course is going to become 50% longer and better. Stay around and get tuned and don't miss out on this amazing offering. So guys, we have to approve Script.js as well, and I'm really excited to see what the response will be from this model. You can see it here filling the lines, and let me tell you something, I have very high expectations. In the previous 10 to 8 days, we have been seeing Qwen 3, small models and bigger models do tremendously well on these benchmarks. We have seen GLM and Kimi K2 creating amazing websites, creating amazing Flappy Bird games, which is the next prompt. So I have absolutely huge expectations out of this model. If they underdeliver as OpenAI, well, that's going to be super disappointing. I firmly expect that this is possibly OpenAI's new model, but we have to see the performance. I refuse to accept that OpenAI is going to open source a bad coding model, especially when they said they're going to specialize it for coding. This was the result of the poll. Create an open source, small, very amazing coding model. But let's see. The model is fast, that's for sure. It has 100 tokens per second, so potentially this means that either as a provider they're not pushing everything to the limit due to the free API usage, or that the model is not that small. Who knows? Let's see. Hopefully the result is going to be nice and we're going to see an actually very nice Pokédex. So task completed, that's what client says, and let's check out using this run command. Oh yes, client can run through your terminal. And this is the Pokédex. Let's check it out. I actually got to say that this model doesn't look anything like OpenAI's. This looks a little bit more like Google. The website is amazing. Everything is beautifully animated. I also love this drop down for details. I gotta say this is a very nice website. It's also very close to what Qwen models have done. This is a lot more complicated, has a lot more stuff. I think it's incredible. I think this is a very nice response from this model. This is not a simple model. This looks like a good model. So let me also try another prompt. Let's create a Flappy Bird game in HTML. Let's go ahead, click plan, and it's going to create a high quality plan before it starts delivering the response. Okay, we see the plan over here, and then we click to act and resume plan, and let's see what the response will be. Klein is absolutely insane. I really love the transparency it gives. I think it's a game changer. So create flappy.html instead. Klein is incredible, guys. I really don't know why would anyone pay for Cursor and Windsurf when you have Klein. I've not coded for quite a while with AI, but it's a tremendously good way to do stuff. I have been coding on my 9 to 5 with AI. It's doing everything that I needed to do. With 2 to 3 prompts, it does every change I ask. But yeah, let's see this Flappy Bird game. I really love this agentic nature that you can run commands on your terminal and it's going to open up the website for us. So let's play the game. It's a hard game, but it's a very good looking game. Like you see the menus, you see the scores, you see everything. So I'm going to see if it can actually edit this. Make the game easier to play. Make sure that the text is quite distinct and the menus being more nice. Let's see the editing capabilities of this model. I really want to see what this model can create. And in any case, Klein allows you also to use browser, MCP servers, and a lot of other stuff. You can even go YOLO mode. So resume task. This is what I don't like about Klein, but I understand that this is important. You can probably change this, is that you have to accept every single change. I think that's important and that's good. Also, this casting thing is super nice to see. So let's see the changes. Quite a lot of changes, gotta say. All right, let's save the new game and I'm just going ahead and click the refresh button. Ready to Flappy Bird. Okay, the game has indeed become quite easier to play. I really don't know why this game is so hard for clicking, but indeed it did all of the changes we asked. It has the new, menus. Everything looks more clear. The game is also easier to play. I'm just a noob. So yeah, this is indeed a very nice response. This model is not bad at coding. A lot of people said that. I firmly believe that this is one of the best coding models. I think actually it's going to be better than Qwen 3 Coder, and probably it's going to surpass GLM 4.5 and Kimi K2. That's my expectation. But because I got addicted to all of these things we do here, I'm just going ahead and ask it, I'm going to ask it 2 old prompts that I have used in the past, which I really no longer use. So the first one is this, and we're going to act instantly, and we're going to create a new HTML and actually a JavaScript file probably. And I'm also going to ask it to create a transformer teaching web page. Because this model showed me very big promise, I really want to test it out on its limits. However, I really don't like the formatting of the response at this point. It seems quite broken, to be honest. So I don't know if this is a mistake of mine or a mistake of the Klein, or maybe the model doesn't output everything correctly. This is quite solvable though. Maybe it's the thinking of the model. Maybe it's a hybrid model. Who knows? Let's see. This is very exciting, to be completely honest with you. So it's putting everything in a single JS file, and it's probably going to use an HTML file to call it, or it's just going to give me the JS file. That's fine. This is very exciting. I haven't coded with AI for so long. I really miss this. I really need to start coding again on this channel. I think coding is what really made my channel special compared to the other channels you see. I understand the N8N automations, they're good, but they don't really excite me at this point, even though they're very useful because I'm also a YouTuber. I have a very big gaming channel in Greece. But let's see. Model is fast. It's actually super fast, but I don't know the quality of the game it's going to create. Up till now, I think it's one of the most powerful and amazing models we have ever seen. If this is the open source model from OpenAI, I really don't want to know what GPT-5 is going to be doing. Like, at least up until now, this seems like one of the best coding models out there. That's straight up my opinion, all right? Don't really want to say something that you maybe disagree with me, but that's my truth. That's my truth. I just want to be very transparent with you. So let's go to P5.js and paste this JavaScript game. Okay, let's select a newer version because I use a very old version. Allow. And it seems like the game is not able to run. These two things are not defined, which is interesting. And it created a configuration. All right, so we get these two errors, and I'm going to say to the model to act. I usually, in this kind of videos, I don't give a second chance to the models, but because this model seemed quite capable on its responses, I want to be fair with it. I want to give it a chance. Okay, maybe that's not fair, but I have seen comments in other YouTubers' videos that they said not a lot of people really dig deep into their tests of new models. So as we got the opportunity to do that here, I think we might as well do it because I feel like so. So this is the Flappy Bird style game. Oh my god! Wow, this is incredible. It's the first time I have seen such a complicated game. Everything's working perfectly from the first moment. Gotta be very honest with you, this is one of the most unique games I have ever seen. This is not a simple model, guys. This is not a simple model, this is something else. I'm just telling you, straight up, man. This is not a simple model. This is not a simple model at all. I really don't know who the fuck tested this thing and said that this is not a good model. But we're going to go ahead and create a transformer teaching webpage. Hopefully by creating this webpage, I will be able to understand better the capabilities of the model and from which company it comes out. I left it on purpose till the end of the video, and let's go ahead and see. But usually when I create this transformer teaching webpage, it becomes quite apparent and quite obvious which company has created like this model. Google has a very specific style, OpenAI has another style, Anthropic has a completely different style, so you can easily understand which model and which company has produced the output. So hopefully through this way we can understand what company is behind this model. Because guys, for me, this is going to be one of the best coding models. Straight up, I'm telling you, this is going to be a very good coding model. It's not going to beat Claude probably, but it's going to be up there. And that's an important step, especially if it's open source. So let's try and resume. Let's try and resume our request. This is another thing that I really like Client doing. Like Client is able to resume the request. It's able to get the correct context all of the times. So yeah, let's see. By the way, this model has 256,000 tokens for context, 128k for output. So this model is probably not from Google. We can already exclude Google from the equation. It really would feel also super strange for me that this model is from OpenAI, because OpenAI usually does 1 million context windows nowadays, but maybe because it's a small model, they would feel like having larger context wouldn't make sense, because a lot of people will not be able to utilize it fully. So maybe they train the model for a smaller context. So let's see the transformer teaching webpage. I'm really excited. Okay, this webpage right now is quite disappointing. It's arguably not Gemini, I'm sure for that. It's also not from Claude, nor any Chinese company. I think this is OpenAI. I'm actually quite sure. So it doesn't look bad. White mode is working. The website is a little boring, but I really like that it has quite a lot of information called placeholders. It has a lot of placeholders, so it's a low effort, it's a low effort result, but it's quite nice. You can download a PDF of the website, which is interesting. This stuff work, they're fine. Transformer tutor, dark mode is working. So I would say the response here is a little disappointing, but it becomes quite obvious that this model is close to Gemini 2.5 Plus, Kimi K2 and Qwen 3 coder. So this is probably the open source coding model from OpenAI, and I'm quite sure for that, and it looks quite good. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to learn more about AI, hit the course down below.